Hi everyone, welcome to another probability video. So today we're going to be looking at two-way tables. If you've seen the previous videos, you'll know that Venn diagrams are a way of showing the sample space. Often how many outcomes are in each part of the sample space. So if there's event A and event B, you might have two outcomes that are in both event A and B. You might have 3 that are only in event B, 5 that are only in event A, and 7 that are not in event A or B. So two-way tables are very similar to Venn diagrams, and I'll show you what that means in an example. So this is an easy example. We're going to do a harder example later on. It's not too hard, but it's really hard with the Venn diagram and without the two-way table. So basically one of the points of the two-way table is it can solve harder questions. But this question can be solved with either the Venn diagram or the two-way table. So we'll draw in both of them. So in a classroom of 25 Year 7 students, 15 eat breakfast every day. One person eats breakfast every day and lost their last game of chess. And 6 don't eat breakfast and lost their last game of chess. What is the probability that... Okay, we'll deal with that last bit later. Let's say event A is... eats breakfast. Event B is won their last game of chess. Alright, so what can we tell? One person eats breakfast every day and lost their last game of chess. So they eat breakfast, so they're in A, but they did not win their last game, so they must be over here. 6 don't eat breakfast and lost their last game. So they're outside of A. They do not eat breakfast. And they're also outside of B because they did not win their last game of chess. So that's 6 over here. And at the start we had 15 students eat breakfast every day. So that means in circle A there's 15. And if one of them is over here, that means the other 14 must be in here. So the question is, and we can put the last one in here because we've got 25 in total. And 25 minus 6 minus 1 minus 14. What's that? That's 4. I've got 4 left. Okay, so what's the probability that if I pick a random student, they eat breakfast every day and won their last game of chess? That's in the middle here, eating breakfast and one last game. Okay, so that's the 14. 14 students are in that category. 14 out of 25 students. So that's the probability. But I want to show you how we can do that, and we've done questions like this from previous videos, but I want to show you now what this actually means. So these two boxes they match up with circle A. These two boxes match up with circle B, and this box matches up with neither. So this is B and A over here. So that's 14. This one is A, but not B. So that's A, but not B. That's the 1. And you can actually write the totals over here. So this is the total of A. Alright, now B. We've got B and not A, which is this section here. Then we've got not B and not A, which is not in this circle, not in this circle, so the only other place is here. And so you can write the total of B here, which is 18. You can write the total of not B here, which is 7. And B and not B add up to 25. And that should make sense because this is B and this is not B. That's everything. And not B, remember, is the complement of B. It's called the complement with an E. 2 E's. So then I can also add up not A as well. 4 plus 6 is 10. And A, this number represents A, right? This number represents not A. So A plus not A must equal 25, and it does. So you can use these tables kind of like a Sudoku to work out missing values. We'll get onto that in a little bit, but I just want to give you a quick quiz to see if you can remember how the different sections match up. Okay, so which section does this match up to? If you'd like to pause the video and guess. Alright, so it matches up with the middle one. This is A and B. By the way, it's also A intersection B, isn't it? If you're up to date with all of those symbols and terms. Okay, what's this one? Pause the video now if you'd like. Okay, so that's A intersection not B, so B with a little dash after it. What would this one be? If you want to pause the video. Alright, this is all of everything in the circle, so that would be A union B. And finally, what would this be? Just pause the video now. This one would just be B, because these two combined, they're B. And that's going to be really important in a second. So that's just B. There we go. Alright, so here's a question where the Venn diagram won't help you, but the two-way table will. And before we start, we can actually extend the two-way table. And this is how you should actually draw it, with these extra boxes here. Because we're going to need them, because we can put some of these numbers straight into these extra boxes actually. But let's just see, can we use a Venn diagram for this? A female choir of 50 is working out who can sing alto and who can sing soprano. They work out that 30 can sing alto, 20 can sing soprano, and 5 realize they don't sing either. How many sing both soprano and alto? Now, what can we put into the Venn diagram straight away? If you look carefully at this question and think about it, you'll hopefully realize that we can't put the 20 or the 30 or the 50 into our Venn diagram. The only number we can put in is 5, because they don't sing either. Let's say A is alto and B is soprano. These 5 people are not in A or B because they don't sing either, so we put them here. But we can't put anything else into the Venn diagram. 30 can sing alto. That means 30 are in this circle, but how many are in the middle and how many are in this section? We don't know. We can't work that out straight away. Same with the 20. Where do we put, how much of the 20 do we put in here and how much do we put over here? It's not clear. So that's why we need this two-way table, and this will help us out because we can actually put this 30 straight into our table. I'll start off with 20 because you know how previously I said that these two sections were all of B. Well, you can add up these two sections and put them here as I also said before. Put the sum of these two boxes here. And this over here is going to be the total of everything in B. So if B is soprano, and 20 people can sing soprano, that means we can put 20 in here because that's the total of everything in B. And these two are going to add up to 20. Okay, so we can also put this 30 in here because 30 can sing alto and A is alto. So these two are going to add up to 30. And finally, we can put 50 in here, and that's the total of everything. So these two numbers have to add up to 50. And we've also got the 5 in here. So if these two numbers add up to 50, then I can write a 20 in here. Right? Because 20 is the only number that adds up with 30 to get 50. And so I can also think, well, 20 plus something is 50. There must be a 30 in here. And then I can think, because I know these two add up to give 30. So this section and this section. So what does this have to be? This has to be 30 minus 5, which is 25. I know that these two add up to give 20. Hopefully you're seeing how this works now. So I can just subtract 5 from 20 and I can write 15 in here. Now I've got two ways of finding this last one. And they are, I can either subtract 15 from 20 and get 5, or I can subtract 25 from 30 and get and I'll also get 5. And it's a good thing that I'm getting 5 both ways. That means I'm doing the right thing. Sorry, just the reason why we did that again was because we know whatever's here plus 25 equals 30. And whatever's here plus 15 has to equal 20. Alright, now that, depending on how well you've understood the previous section, that may or may not make sense to you in terms of how we answer this question. But how many sings both soprano and alto? That's this section here. So we eventually got to this 5 at the end, and that's what we're trying to find, because this is A and B. This is the people that sing alto and soprano. So that's 5 people. And if they asked you, what is the... Just be careful about this. If they ask you, let's say I'm going to choose a person at random from this group of 50, from this choir, what's the probability that they sing both alto and soprano? That won't be 5. That will be 5 over 50, which is 1 over 10. So just be careful with that one. Especially when this is new, it's a long process, and you've got to remember that you've only got to the end of the process when you've got a fraction or a number between 0 and 1. This is between 0 and 1. Okay. That's the end. See you next time.